The King of Denmark believes he would be a very different man if he hadn't said "I do" to Mary 20 years ago. Marks the 20th anniversary of the wedding of King Frederick and Queen Mary at Our Lady's Church in Copenhagen. The Australian beauty has won the crown prince and half a kingdom. However, it may turn out that the lucky guy was actually Frederick, and the entire Danish kingdom. For the crown prince in 2000 was a restless guy who was interested in everything but representing the country. The scandals surrounding the future king had been accumulating for more than a decade. The Danish people were beginning to lose faith. Could he be a good king? Before Mary came into his life, a turbulent life offered Frederick a little bit of everything. He subjected himself to the toughest training as a diver in the armed forces and walked away from it all to live anonymously in Paris. All this on top of participating in the Sirius 2000 expedition, a 2,795 km sled journey from Quanaq in northern Greenland to Daneborg in northeast Greenland. I remember my mother telling us in her wedding speech that it was only when I met Mary that I found my true identity. Not because I was a grumpy and angry man until then, but just, what can I say, clumsy. King writes in the book. Before Frederick found his true self, he managed to have a few scandals. He was involved in a serious car accident with his brother and got into the passenger seat of his car during a highly publicized DUI with his ex-girlfriend Malu Amund. Besides all the fuss surrounding the future king, there was a disagreement between Frederick and his parents when it came to marriage. Margrethe and Henrik felt they had the right to refuse the marriage if they thought the crown prince had found the wrong spouse. With friends such as pop singer Maria Montell and model Katja Storkholm discussing whether they were fit for a queen. It was when Frederick was at the Sydney Olympics and walked into the bar where Mary Donaldson was sitting that the pair first met. She not only tamed the wild bachelor but also pushed him when needed. An example of this is when Frederick decided to join the International Olympic Committee. I have learned a lot from my wife here, who reminds me from time to time that I am certainly not always right, and that my words cannot be trusted just because I am the man of the house. This resistance keeps me in suspense, writes His Majesty. Queen Mary enjoys the admiration of her mother-in-law, Queen Margrethe. At Mary and Frederick's wedding banquet in 2004, the Danish monarch expressed her love for her new daughter-in-law in a moving speech, noting that the Australian-born daughter-in-law had shown the courage to dedicate her future life to Denmark. Mary, today the whole of Denmark welcomes you with open arms. With warmth and dignity you have welcomed us, your new family, and all your new compatriots. You inspire confidence. Around you, too, the Garden of Denmark is blooming, Her Majesty said. In her speech, the Danish Queen also informed Mary's father, John Dalglish Donaldson, that his daughter's new countrymen welcome her enthusiastically, not only as the bride of Crown Prince Frederick, but also for the qualities they already see in her. The monarch continued, "When we met Mary, we, her parents, fell in love with her and admire her. She has great inner strength and radiates a calm warmth that inspires confidence. She has shown courage in dedicating her future life to Denmark. May we always be worthy of her trust." At a gala banquet to mark the 50th anniversary of her firstborn in 2018, Her Majesty said, "You too make Denmark bigger, and you make Denmark honorable. You make me so happy." In conclusion, the story of King Frederick and Queen Mary of Denmark is a prime example of how love and partnership can change a person and, more broadly, an entire kingdom. During their 20 years together, Mary not only became a reliable rearguard for her husband, but also inspired him to make important decisions and helped him gain self-confidence. Their union led to significant changes in Frederick's life. taking him from a restless boy surrounded by scandals to a respected monarch who, together with his wife, made Denmark greater and more honorable. Queen Margrethe and all the Danish people received Mary with open arms, seeing in her not only a loving wife and mother, but also a person with inner strength, warmth and courage to devote her life to a new country. These qualities, along with her unwavering support and influence over Frederick, made their partnership strong and inspiring. The example of King Frederick and Queen Mary reminds us that behind every great person is an equally great partner who plays a key role in their successes and achievements. Their story of love and mutual support has been the foundation for the prosperity not only of their family, but of the entire Danish kingdom.